Bitcoin has gained approximately 130% in the last 6 months and 7% in the last day, but let me warn you, that thing will go to $5,000 or less. And hi, if you're new, my name is Timothy James. I was formerly known as Crypto Weatherman, how I first started this content creator journey. And note that I am not invested in Bitcoin, do not intend to invest in Bitcoin, I do not need it, but it's been 6 months since we had an update, and I'm seeing influencers talk about the halving. The halving is going to send the price to the moon. Before I talk about what I think the Bitcoin price trajectory is going to be, I want to point out approximately 2 years ago, a little bit more than that, I talked about the Bitcoin stock to flow model and how it was garbage. At that time, I got tons of hate that I was delusional, had no idea what I was doing. Guess who was right? Boop! In November of 2022, I was still the resident permabull for Bitcoin. November, I thought there was a great chance for a powerful rally. November of 2021, I shorted the top of Bitcoin, and full disclosure, I called for a melt up a bit too early. I did have some losses in 2022. Regardless, influencers that are just now saying that you're in a bull market, where were they here? Let's buy the top of a big green candlestick. But back to the point, Bitcoin is going to crash to $5,000 or less. Not to worry, I don't think that's coming just yet. If you would like to read this, I will scoot myself to the side and you can pause to read. But long story short, let's pretend that you're JP Morgan, that you're a major financial institution. What do you think that they were doing here in November or October of 2022? Buying. Were you buying back then? They were. Then answer yourself honestly. Do you think that JP Morgan uses a rainbow chart for any of their assets, including Bitcoin, or stock to flow, or the Bitcoin halving that's coming up in April 2024? No! If I was JP Morgan, I would want all of you retail investors to be aping in when price climbs up around to April, and then you would be exit liquidity. And trust me, I've been through this cycle 3 times now as a creator, and I saw most retail buying above 60K. Now, I don't know exactly where the top will be, but leading up into April, that is again where most retail will be buying. Absolutely going to get their handed to them. I know some Bitcoin maxi is absolutely losing their mind right now, but they're talking about tokenomics. Guess what? There's a crypto known as Yearn Finance that has better tokenomics than Bitcoin. There's your price action for it. Tokenomics and the halving are completely meaningless. More shorter term, you do have a macro pivot point at approximately 38,800, so short term I do think there is more upside. And then we will consolidate for a while, and then we push up going into April. I don't know exactly where the top is going to be, but long term, I do think into late 2024, the Bitcoin will crash.